Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday Chinese English Academy. I'm Ming.
And I'm Emma. Today we are talking about the most polite fight I have ever seen.
A polite fight sounds impossible.
It happened beside a dinner table. Nobody was angry, nobody wanted to win. Two people were saying no to each other, blocking each other's phones and moving faster than professional athletes.
What were they fighting about?
The bill. Both people wanted to pay.
Ah, the competition where winning means losing money.
Exactly. I was still opening the calculator on my phone. They had already scanned the payment code twice.
Did you understand what was happening?
Not at all. The words sounded like an argument. No, I will do it. Absolutely not. Put your phone away. But everyone was smiling.
So the disagreement was real, but the relationship was warm.
Yes, that moment made me curious. A bill looks like simple mathematics. It has one total. There are 4 people. Surely the answer should be easy.
Relationships are very good at making simple mathematics complicated.
Today we are following that dinner from the final plate to the next invitation. We will talk about treating friends, splitting a bill, taking turns, and why paying can carry a message that is larger than the number on the receipt.
We should also say that people do this in many different ways.
Absolutely. Families differ, friends differ. Age, income, city, occasion, and personal style all matter. Some people split every bill, some take turns, some love treating everyone. Some dislike any performance around payment.
The useful question is not, what does every person in China do?
The useful question is, what is this group trying to communicate?
The dinner was for my friend Lena's new job. 4 of us met at a small restaurant after work.
Who invited everyone?
Lena sent the message, but her older cousin June chose the restaurant. That detail became important later.
I can already see the debate forming.
At first, nothing was dramatic. We ordered too many dishes, talked about Lena's new office, and stayed until everyone claimed to be full. Then, the last bowl was cleared. The server placed a small payment code near the edge of the table.
And the race began.
June picked up his phone. Lena picked up hers. I reached for mine too, but I was slow because I wanted to calculate my share first.
A reasonable plan.
Lena said, I invited everyone. I am paying. June moved the code closer to himself and said, You just started a new job. Save your money.
Both arguments have logic.
Lena leaned across the table to scan. June covered the code with his hand. She tried to move his hand. He lifted the code. For 3 seconds, the payment sign was traveling around the table like a rare bird.
What did the 4th person do?
He kept eating the final peanut and said, I support whoever wins.
A skilled, neutral observer.
I whispered, Are they actually upset? He said, No, this is how they say they care.
That sentence explains a lot.
June finally paid because he had secretly asked the server for the code before dessert. Lena looked genuinely disappointed for 1 second. Then she said, Fine, next time is mine.
So the payment also created another meal.
Exactly. The bill closed one dinner and opened the next one.
The first expression today is qingke, to treat someone, usually by paying for a meal, drink, or activity.
请客,请客.
Qing can mean invite. Ke means guest. When someone says 我请客, they mean it is my treat.
So Lena believed she should 请客 because she invited us to celebrate her new job.
Yes, an invitation can include the idea that the host pays, especially when the invitation is clearly connected to a celebration or thanks.
Like, I got promoted. Dinner is on me.
Exactly. Someone may also 请客 to welcome a visitor, thank a friend for help, celebrate a birthday, or simply show generosity.
But the invitation does not always mean the inviter must pay, right?
Right. Context matters. A message like, do you want to get lunch? May just mean meeting for lunch. Friends may still split the bill. A formal, I want to invite you to dinner to thank you, more strongly suggests a treat.
That difference can be invisible to a new person in the group.
Which is why clear words help. You can say, 今天我请客. Today it is my treat.
What if the restaurant is expensive and I cannot afford to treat everyone?
Then you should not feel forced. Generosity that creates private panic is not healthy generosity.
I like that. A good qingke should feel like a gift, not a financial test.
Yes, and receiving a treat does not mean you have lost independence. It means you are accepting one person's chosen gesture in that moment.
June had another reason. Lena was younger, had just changed jobs, and had paid for moving apartments that month. He wanted to take care of her.
His payment said, Let me support you this time.
Lena's offer said, "This celebration matters to me, and I want to share it with you."
Same bill, 2 generous messages.
No wonder the calculator could not solve it.
My first instinct was to split everything evenly.
In Chinese, you can call that AAG. AAG.
AAG. The letters are English, but the expression is Chinese.
Right. AAG means everyone pays an equal share. Or more generally, the group splits the cost instead of one person treating everyone.
If 4 people have a 400 yuan bill, AAG can mean 100 each.
Yes, though groups may also pay for exactly what each person ordered. The practical method changes.
I like the clarity. Nobody owes anyone. Nobody has to guess what the payment means.
That clarity is useful, especially among classmates, coworkers, new friends, or people with different budgets.
It can protect comfort. If I know we are using AAG, I can choose food without wondering whether my order is too expensive for the host.
Good point. It can also make frequent casual meals easier. Nobody needs to create a large gesture every Tuesday.
But Lena's dinner did not feel casual to her.
Exactly. Mathematics may be equal while the emotional meaning is different. She wanted to mark an occasion.
Is it rude to suggest AAG when someone offers to treat?
Not automatically. Tone matters. You can say, "This place is expensive. Let us split it." Or, "Thank you, but I would feel more comfortable paying my share."
That is clear without rejecting the person.
And if the person strongly wants to treat and the amount is comfortable for them, you can decide to accept. There is no universal rule.
I have also seen one person pay first because using one phone is faster, then everyone sends money later.
Very common. The restaurant sees one payment, but the group still uses AAG privately.
So the moment beside the register may not tell the whole story.
Correct. The real arrangement might happen in the group chat 5 minutes later.
Sometimes with one person sending an exact number, down to the last coin.
The accountant friend.
Every group has one.
What Lena and June did is often described as qiangzhe, competing to pay.
抢着付，抢着付。
Qiang means to grab or compete for something. Fu means pay. They were both trying to reach the payment first.
It looked physical. June covered the code. Lena tried to move his phone. Is that normal?
It happens, but not every group enjoys it. Some people laugh about the little performance. Others find it tiring or embarrassing.
What message does 抢着付 send?
Often, I value this relationship and I am willing to carry the cost. It can also say, "You are my guest. You helped me before," or "I am the older person here, so let me take care of this."
It can be affection expressed through speed.
Yes, but we should not make every version sound beautiful. Sometimes people use payment to show status. Sometimes they ignore another person's clear discomfort. Sometimes the performance becomes pressure.
Generosity stops feeling generous when nobody else is allowed to speak.
Exactly. A good gesture still respects choice.
I asked Lena later whether she was truly angry that June paid.
What did she say?
She said, only 10% angry, 90% already planning how to pay next time.
That sounds honest.
She explained that June had helped her move apartments. He carried boxes for an entire afternoon and refused money. The dinner was supposed to be her chance to thank him.
Now her insistence has another layer.
And June knew that. He paid partly because he wanted to say, you do not need to repay every act of care immediately.
That is a generous message too.
Their 3-second battle contained a whole history that I could not see.
Outsiders see 2 phones. Friends see the last 6 months.
During the payment fight, June kept saying, 别客气, do not be so polite.
The key word is keqi. It can mean polite, courteous, or ceremonious.
客气, 客气.
Ke originally relates to guest. Qi can relate to manner or air. In daily speech, keqi describes the careful politeness we often use when we do not want to impose.
So 别客气 can mean you are welcome or do not mention it.
Yes, it can also mean we are close enough that you do not need this formal distance.
That is interesting. 太客气了, you are too polite, can suggest that someone is acting like a distant guest. How does that work with a bill?
Someone may offer once because politeness requires an offer. Another person may refuse once for the same reason. Then the group reads tone, relationship, and repetition.
That sounds difficult for beginners. How do I know whether the offer is real?
You cannot always know immediately. Listen to the words. I already paid is very clear. No, really, I invited you is stronger than a quiet first offer. And you can always ask directly.
Direct language can rescue a complicated ritual.
Yes. Try, would you like to treat us or should we split it? I am comfortable either way.
That sentence may not be elegant, but it prevents 10 minutes of guessing.
Clarity is often elegant enough.
After Jun paid, Lena said, "Next time is mine."
That brings us to lunliu, to take turns.
lunliu.
Friends who meet regularly may not divide every bill. One person pays today, another person pays next time.
The balance exists across time instead of inside one receipt.
Exactly. Lunliu can feel relaxed among people who trust that there will be another meeting.
That last part matters. If I may never see the group again, taking turns is not very balanced.
Correct. It works best in ongoing relationships and when the costs are reasonably similar.
What if one dinner is noodles and the next dinner is a luxury restaurant?
Then people can adjust. They might split the expensive meal, or the person who chose it may offer more. Lunliu is a social method, not a law.
But it can also become uneven if one person always forgets their turn.
True. Long-term balance requires attention. If someone has less money, the group can balance in other ways too. One person pays for dinner, another cooks at home, drives everyone, or organizes the next meeting.
So equal care does not always mean equal cash.
Very well said.
Lena did not need to defeat Jun that night. She could keep her intention and use it later.
The next invitation became part of the answer.
There was still one idea I could feel but could not name. The bill carried the memory of June helping Lena move. It also carried her wish to thank him.
A useful word here is renqing. Renqing.
renqing?
Ren means person. Qing relates to feeling or affection. Renqing can describe human warmth, social favors, and the give and take that connects people.
Is it like owing someone?
Sometimes, but it is broader. Healthy renqing can be mutual care without an exact price. I help you move. Months later, you bring food when I am sick. Nobody sends an invoice.
The relationship remembers, but not like accounting software.
Ideally, yes. Renqing becomes uncomfortable when it turns into a hidden debt that nobody agreed to.
For example, someone pays for an expensive dinner and later expects a favor.
Exactly. Or someone accepts help and feels they can never say no again. That is why boundaries still matter.
How can you accept renqing without becoming anxious?
Start by noticing the size and context. A friend buying coffee is different from a very expensive gift. Say thank you clearly. Return care when it is natural and within your ability. Do not promise what you cannot give.
And if the gesture feels too large?
You can say so. Thank you, but this is too much for me to accept. Respect is part of renqing too.
That makes the idea feel less like a debt and more like a relationship with movement in both directions.
Yes, the healthiest version has warmth, memory, and freedom.
June did not help Lena move because he wanted dinner. Lena did not offer dinner because a spreadsheet told her to. They both wanted to care for the other person.
The bill was simply the place where those intentions met.
2 weeks later, Lena invited us out again.
Did she choose a restaurant with no payment code?
She chose a noodle shop and arrived 20 minutes early.
A serious strategy.
She told the owner, "I am paying. Do not let my cousin pay." Then she sent us a message. "Tonight I am qingke. No fighting."
Clear communication arrives at the dinner table.
June read the message and replied, "Fine. I will be keqi this time."
Did he behave?
Mostly. His hand moved toward his phone once, and Lena looked at him. He slowly put it back.
Growth.
Lena paid. June thanked her. Nobody grabbed the code. The meal still felt generous, even without the performance.
And what did you do?
I brought dessert. Not because I owed an exact amount, but because I wanted to add something to the evening.
A small piece of renqing.
Yes, we also made a simple rule for future dinners. If someone clearly says they are treating for a celebration, we accept. For expensive meals, we use AAZ. For casual meals, we often lunliu.
Different situations, different tools.
That may be the real lesson. There is no single perfect way to pay. Splitting can be fair. Treating can be warm. Taking turns can show trust. Even qiangzhe can be affectionate when everyone understands the game. But the method should never hide pressure or remove choice.
Right. The best ending to a meal is not a perfectly divided number. It is everyone feeling respected and willing to sit together again. The bill should close the payment, not the friendship.
And if two people start moving their phones very quickly?
Protect the payment code.
Or give it to the accountant friend.
They have already made a spreadsheet.
Thanks for spending this time with us at Everyday Chinese English Academy.
We are glad you joined us.
Enjoy your meals, talk clearly about the bill, and leave room for generosity without pressure.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.